Okay, can you guys hear me? Just want to do a check before we actually get started. Just say yes or no in the chat if you can hear me. Can you hear me, guys? Hello? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, you know what? I can just unmute. Oh, there's yes. Okay. So sorry, folks. Sorry for the delay. I was setting up. I literally just got back from work a couple minutes before I had to set up. And with my Yeti mic here, for some reason I could not find the cord for it. So that's why it took longer than usual to get things started. So I do apologize for that. Looks like the stream's running smoothly. Yeah, it's been a while. How you guys doing? So we're just gonna hop into this. This is Black Widow. Like I mentioned several times beforehand, with Godzilla and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I would continue to do live watch parties for everyone else because those are ongoing series. Back in June, I did a live watch party for Godzilla vs. Kong. Now that Black Widow's officially come out on Blu-ray and 4K, I'm going to do a watch party for this. And I actually wanted to do it yesterday, but I don't have work tomorrow. And yesterday, I got off work so late that I just couldn't prepare in time. And plus, I had to work on my Mulan review, which, if you guys haven't seen it, youtube.com/The Real Mr. Robinson, and go check out that review for Mulan. So, I think we're all ready to go. Let me grab my Switch, that way I have another source to watch the stream, just in case things go south. I'll be right back. And I'm back. I'm back, folks. Thank you, Turner Jenkins, for saying that Mulan video was nice. So anyway, here's the basic rundown before we officially get into the movie. First of all, if you're watching this through YouTube, make sure to follow me on Twitch if you don't. That is twitch.tv/RealMrRobinson. I've been kind of slacking with the streams, but I'm hoping to get back on them whenever I can. I like to try to start streaming. I like to go back to streaming another game tomorrow, whether it be GTA or Last of Us. So keep your eyes open for that. For those of you who follow me on Twitch, but you do not subscribe to me on YouTube, that is youtube.com/The Real Mr. Robinson. I apologize, I'm just getting I'm getting YouTube on the Switch set up. But yeah, movie reviews and all other forms of entertainment. I also like to remind people that I cannot speak English properly. That I have a new YouTube channel, The Real Mr. Robinson's Outdoor Adventures, which is mostly dedicated to theme park and vlogging stuff. So you can go subscribe to that channel. It's actually doing pretty well considering that it's a new channel. Some videos are getting more views than others, but overall I'm happy with this new channel. If you like what I'm doing on all three of those platforms and want to help support financially, that's patreon.com/The Real Mr. Robinson. You can help pledge by only supporting as little as $1 a month. If you can't do that, that's fine. Subscribing to me on either YouTube channel or following me on Twitch is good enough. And, oops, hold up. Okay, so I think we're good to go. Hello there, Razor Bike. So with that being said, once again, make sure, in order to enjoy this watch party, you have to either have rented the movie or own it and playing it on your end, because I have the little timer right here. just in case those of you are watching this and you're not familiar with how I do things for these live watch parties, and if somehow you don't own the movie Black Widow, then you could just play this back when you do and join along, even though it won't be live. But whatever. So yeah, let's hop into this. I've only seen the movie once, and that was when it came out in theaters, and I liked it, but I just didn't really have much of a desire to rewatch it in theaters, or at least up until I own the movie on Blu-ray in 4K, which right here. So with that being said, let's push the play button and start this right now. You know, it's fun. I didn't notice this when watching WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, or Loki, but every time I watched What If, at the lower right-hand corner, it asked me if I wanted to skip the Marvel Studios logo. I'm like, why would I want to do that? Stop asking me that, Disney Plus. Like, why would you ever want to skip this awesome logo? So yeah, after a year of no Marvel content, I mean, it was good to get Falcon, Winter Soldier, WandaVision, and Loki on Disney Plus, but to see that logo on a big screen again was really satisfying. Ohio, 1995. Okay, I've never been to Ohio, but that shot right there, that looked more like a Texas street. So one of the reasons I was a little late was because I had to stop by and get a pizza from Blaze Pizza, which is all soggy and cold. But I mean, a pizza's a pizza. You know, I mean, like when you hit 50, nowadays when you hit 50 years old, you still look, 50 is not considered old at this point, and Rachel Weisz still looks amazing at her age. Unless, of course, this is some de-aging technology. Since this is a flashback, and you know Marvel can do that. Why am I forgetting his character's name from Stranger Things? But yeah, whether I know not a lot of people like this movie, but I think whether or not you like this movie, we can all agree that this is a big step up for David Harbour in terms of comic book movies. Hopper, Sheriff Hopper. There you go. Thank you, Turner Jenkins. Yeah, it's been 2 years. Shouldn't have been that long ago, but it feels like forever since Stranger Things season 3. Yeah, you might want to take back that yay at some point, Yelena. Little Yelena. It doesn't look like they DH Rachel Weisz, which I think that's probably a testament to how gorgeous she is. Okay, so yeah, this and some reason I forgot. Again, I haven't seen this movie since theaters, which by comparison of all the movies that I've reviewed that are old, uh, 2 months is not that long of a gap. Wait, 2 months? That is crazy that this got released 2 months ago, and I'm already doing a watch party for it on Blu-ray. I forgot this song was a part of the movie. Yeah? Similar to how, not as much, but Hotel California was a part of Shang-Chi. We'll check if the stream is still good on my end. Okay, it's good. Yeah, for me, I mean, you guys can go watch my original review, but this movie was pretty much what I expected it to be when I saw it. It's like, yeah, it's nothing high stakes, and it does feel like a movie that should have come out back in the Infinity Saga. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Razorbike in the chat says, "Oh man, it won't let me watch the film on Disney Plus." And that's the thing. Black Widow is still behind that $30 paywall until October. Once October hits around, I don't know when exactly in October, but it'll be available for everyone on Disney Plus. But I don't know if you can rent it on YouTube. Maybe you can. I don't know. Ooh. I mean, there is some exciting action that eventually would be blown out of the water thanks to Shang-Chi, but it's still great nonetheless. I gotta keep eating this cold pizza. Which nobody likes a cold pizza. October 6th. Okay. Thank you, Razorbike. So if anyone was wondering, October 6th is when Black Widow becomes available for everyone in Disney Plus. Ooh, close. And miraculously, he's not being blown off that wing. Jesus. Yeah, you go get some sleep, Razor Bike. You've been awake for almost 36 hours. Um, I think Disney. I understand Disney's reasoning for moving this to Disney Plus because at the time they made the move, people were unsure how the pandemic would pan out. Yeah, we are about to get that slow version of "Smells Like Teen Spirit," and but at the same time, they really should have like adjusted Scarlett Johansson's contract if they made that decision. Jeez. But I'm in this whole debacle. Despite understanding Disney's standpoint on why they put this on Disney Plus in the same day, I'm on Team Scarlett Johansson, and the fact that Kevin Feige has weighed in on this matter and is for Scarlett Johansson as well. Um, I I think she's in all her rights to sue him, but the fact that Disney's not backing down, it's like Disney, you got the money. Just you bought 20th Century Fox. Just settle. It'll be better for everyone. Yeah, this is pretty. I mean, this movie can get pretty dark. Jesus. Pizza's good, but I wish it was warm. Yeah, X-Men 1 and 2 are pretty good. 3, I think, is not terrible. I'm so sorry you had to watch X-Men Origins Wolverine. Here we get the title sequence. With a really cool rendition of Smells Like Teen Spirit. Florence Pugh. Yeah, this really is a good rendition, especially considering the tone of this credit sequence. Yeah, that's probably a name you don't want to give away in the credits, especially since she wasn't marketed at all of the trailers. I'm doing well, DeQuantate. Thank you for joining the stream. You know, one thing I find funny is that one criticism that some people have with this movie is that it's more Yelena's story, or the focus seems to be a little more on Yelena than Natasha. And I could kind of see that. They're not wrong, but the way people phrase it sometimes, like man, for a movie called Black Widow, they didn't really focus on Black Widow that much. Black Widow is like a grander thing, really. Like Black Widow's not really a superhero alias; it's more of a program, and Yelena could be considered a Black Widow, so the title's very fitting. Do not ever watch X-Men Origins Wolverine unless you have friends and you're of legal drinking age to just get drunk. Then that's the only way I'd recommend watching it. I think this is the first. This and Loki are the first MCU projects where the lead actors were actually executive producers as well. I mean, Scarlett Johansson's such a high-profile actress that it makes total sense that she'd be a producer on this. God, they put in so much. They put so much oregano on this pizza. There's the gatekeeper, the overlord of the MCU. And the story is by Jack Schaefer. I think I pronounced her last name correctly. Who was the showrunner and head writer for WandaVision. 21 years later, I'm sure this is wedged right in between. If you're doing an MCU chronological, if you're watching these movies in chronological order, I think this is wedged right in between Civil War and Black Panther. I'm sorry, William Hurt is just so bad in these movies. Like, he just really seems like he has no interest in being in these movies. And this movie in particular, he looks bad. Or maybe the way he, or maybe because he looks so bad in this movie, it's supposed to be the point. Romanov. That's really clever. How that really shows how smart Natasha is. That she knows she's being followed. So get rid of that suit. I've already caught a boat to wherever I need to go. Apocalypse is not terrible, but it's not certainly not good. Dark Phoenix is terrible though. Meanwhile, in Morocco. So I wonder what would be more dangerous, the Winter Soldier program or the Black Widow program? Because they both feature some brainwashed assassins that are highly trained and can just sneak in and out. Ooh. Ooh. It's like not bad enough that she gets stabbed, but how Yelena twists the knife and then slashes her. Like, ooh, that's rough. All right, so I guess the Winter Soldier program is more dangerous because the Black Widow program has an easy off switch, apparently. Or maybe that was just somebody who figured out how to save all the women. Shit. William Clark says, I know William Hurt can act better than this. Oh, absolutely. We've all seen William Hurt act better than that. Hmm. I have stuff to say about Taskmaster, but I'll wait until the reveal. Sorry, folks, this pizza's a mess. Get up, you bum. Okay, I've never. Fanny Longbottom is a legitimate name if you're Bart Simpson prank calling Moe's Tavern. Hi there, Nick Sheets on Twitch. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us. I probably should have eaten this pizza in the car on my way back here, rather than just waiting for the movie. throw it in the rubbish. It's like Budapest all over again. You and I remember Budapest very differently. That seems like the fine line. Well, until that happens. I was about to say, that seems like a fun life to just live in an RV watching old James Bond movies until you realize that your RV has shitty power. Um, oh, nice. Congrats on that, Nick Sheets. I have seen Rain. I have seen Wayne's World. Dequantate. Shit. I don't know when I'll be reviewing it. It might have to be just at a completely random point, but I don't know when. Ooh. Yeah, this is problematic. That shield has to be made out of vibranium. Huh. I mean, say what you want about the reveal of Taskmaster later on, but in terms of like the basic core of the character emulating the opponent's moves, pretty on point. And I still think the look of Taskmaster is pretty cool. Oh, that was easy. Ooh. Okay, so he has so it's not Skullhead Taskmaster, but you know what? The Spider-Man on the PS4 wasn't technically a Skullhead either. Um, but still close enough. So let's see. Taskmaster has imitated in that single fight alone Captain America, Black Widow, Ronan, as in Clint Barton's alter ego during the 5 years that half the universe was wiped out, and Spider-Man. Wait, did I say Spider-Man twice? Okay, it's Captain America, Ronin, Spider-Man, and Black Widow. I did hear about that. I did hear about Spider-Man 2 next week. So I'm excited for it. I actually started playing. I don't have a PS5, but I started playing Spider-Man Miles Morales on the PS4, and it's good. But I don't know if it was. I don't know if it's because it's a game that was probably made with the PS5 in mind. But I'm running into a few frame rate issues with the game on the PS4. But I'm excited for Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. But now they better make the PS5 more available, because it's just stupid that, like, as I said on Twitter with those two games and Knights of the Old Republic remake, it's an exciting game. It's an exciting time for a console that nobody can buy. So let me see if my math is correct. We have in the MCU we have three sister characters to the main character. We have Shuri, Yelena, and Zhilang. I think that's how you pronounce it. Let me look that up. From Shang-Chi. Am I missing anyone? Xialing. Guys, stop it. There you go. Oh yeah, it's been reported, or I don't know if it was reported by actual news outlets, but Robert Downey Jr. was supposed to cameo in this movie. I'm glad he didn't. because he had no place in this story at all. Yeah, that's y'all better y'all better book it. Yeah, there's a lot in this movie that I don't remember. Which probably is not a good sign, but whatever. Yes, I have heard of how I've heard of Uwe Boll. Unfortunately, I've seen House of the Dead, and it's as terrible as you'd expect his movies to be. Okay, so I don't know if it's any of the widows chasing them at this moment, but one of the widows in this movie is makes an appearance in Shang-Chi, in Jai Lin's like fighting tournament. Ooh, all of the bones are broken. Oh no, she's still standing. Oh, she's bleeding out. Yeah, Ray Winstone's in this movie. Yeah, Ray Winstone plays Dreykov, and I think the character is kind of but in terms of like being villainous, he does some vile shit. And the fact that he just manipulates all these women is just that's straight up villainous right there. The hell did that come from? Oh, there we go. That just came out of nowhere. Like that armored vehicle just came zooming in. And there goes the bike. I really like Elena in this movie. She really is the emphasis, the epitome, she's the embodiment of the. That's the word I was looking for. The embodiment of the uh, obnoxious sibling that just shit talks our every move. If you're an older sibling, you might understand that scenario. Nice shot. Out of nowhere. Yeah, the this car chase is fun, but it's nowhere near as good as the one in Winter Soldier. That's like, no, trust me, you'll want to put your seatbelt on for this one. It is amazing how in the MCU, when a car explodes from the bottom, it doesn't. The car itself doesn't blow up. The explosion, the force of the explosion, just lifts the car into the air. That shield, that shield flew down. Like that. That shield certainly defied the laws of physics. Now, is that actually Jeremy Renner? It sounds like him, or it just could be a random Shield agent. Hmm. Hmm. I do like how later on in the movie, Yelena just does the pose anyway. All right, you have a good night, Turner Jenkins. Uh, I don't know. I'm not with the exception of Lethal Weapon. I just don't feel in the mood to see anything past or present that Mel Gibson makes. And this is your story as long as I say it. I mean, to millennials, a dog pretty much counts as a kid. See, yeah, it's moments like this. uh, yeah, I could definitely see why people say that this movie is kind of more about Yelena than Nat. But I mean, again, I always feel like we had so much we had so many other movies to get to know Natasha Romanoff that yeah, and, someone mentioned this in the chat. Oh yeah, Spider's Prime. Can't wait for Yelena to meet Deadpool. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but that'd be an interesting. Like it would turn Yelena into the straight man in that scenario. I knew there was some sort of Gremlins reboot in the works, but I didn't know if it was a series on Netflix. Meanwhile, in prison. Yeah, it's a shame we won't see Red Guardian actually fight Steve Rogers. We could see him fighting Sam Wilson as Captain America. Wait, is that hand limp now? Yeah, David Harbour is pretty cool. Okay, yeah, one more slice of this cold, cold pizza. How far are we into this movie? Not halfway through, but feels like it. Well, these toys don't last forever. And he made a scene. Huh? Just don't make a scene. You made a scene, didn't you? Yeah, it's not going to be that easy now. Superhero landing. I never really realized how old that helicopter is. Ha! Now you're like, no, think about this. Think about what you're doing, and she did not think about it. Huh. Well, you got to admire her optimism, or at least like she's looking at more of the positive side. Shang-Chi is great. First of all, welcome, King Raiko. Good to see you in the stream. Yeah, Shang-Chi is great. That poor dog. Yeah, make sure the dog is inside safe and sound. Grab on. right, that pizza's done. Next time I'm not. Next time I am not bringing it back cold. I'm eating it in the car. Farewell, douchebags. In shambles. Yeah, Yelena's really not having it. Yeah, they didn't make it. Yeah, that didn't work out too well. Yeah, you did in a way. I just like how Scarlett Johansson and Florence Pugh's hands are just limp that whole time. It's like they are really not into this celebratory aspect. I will be right back. And I'm back. Were they a couple in the comics? Black Widow and Red Guardian. That's interesting. Yeah, they clearly changed a lot. I mean, like really comparing the MCU and the comics, there are quite a handful of changes. But I mean, different universe, so different interpretation. So as long as it's good, I think that's what's important. Yeah, someone's overly cautious. This is such a Mr. Incredible moment. Good lord. Oh my god. Barely. That's disgusting. I like that line right there. That line where Natasha says, "Stop it, all of you," and then Yelena's like, "I didn't say anything. That's not fair." It's like in any scenario where, I mean, it kind of a different perspective, but whenever like one sibling does something that aggravates the parents, and the blame goes on both siblings, and the other one's like, "I didn't do anything." Look at the cheek, those little wobbles on the pig's cheek. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of inhumane. Wait, Santa is a mutant in Marvel Comics? Yeah, rewatching this movie, there are some subtle character moments that really do work. I'm your father, but I'm coming. Well, not your father, but I'm coming in anyway. I'm gonna check the stream. Still going well. Guys, if there's any lag on either platform, YouTube or Twitch, just give me a heads up. So, does anyone feel like? Sorry, I'm so invested in the scene right now that I haven't been talking for a bit. Um, uh, since this movie is now out on Blu-ray and 4K, is it safe to say that the complaint this should have come out in Phase 4 or in Phase 3 is invalid? Because technically, you could now uh, watch it in chronological order as part of Phase 3. Ew. Christ. Czerniak guy. Maybe later. Now he's just a small fry. I couldn't help it. They're gonna be a Jedi. Yeah, Crimson Dynamo, I believe, was either Ivan or Anton Vanko. And for a while, I thought that the the suit that Whiplash had at the end of Iron Man 2 was the Crimson Dynamo suit, but I guess not. Yeah, this is not going to end well for anyone. That is a straight up how it should have ended moment right there. Huh? Like, especially how it should have ended The Dark Knight Rises. Anyone else agree on that? All right, now we have a little less than an hour, and yeah, we're getting into the third act of the film. There's a lot of lens flares. It's very faint, but I like Taskmaster's theme. Uh, I think I've heard of it. Jellystone. Describe it for me, because maybe one of my coworkers has talked about that show. So I'm not sure which one of those widows pops up in Shang-Chi. Oh, yes, I have heard of that show then. That is true, Elena. No, you didn't. That is a nice prison cell, I gotta say. My dead body. King Reiko says Taskmaster has taken some heavy liberties. I hear. Oh yeah, and I think I think we're getting close to that big reveal. Yeah, that is not. I forget the actress's name, but for some reason they put her in the opening credits, which probably didn't make sense. But she was in Quantum of Solace. Most of the time when she pops up in a movie, she's just not that good. But the big problem the more than the reveal itself, one of the bigger problems I have with Taskmaster is that it's clearly whenever Taskmaster's fighting, it's clearly a stunt man, not a stunt woman. I feel like Deadpool would win just based on pure the fact that he'd probably annoy Taskmaster. She did the pose. I just love how she's so like, what's the word? She's so disgusted. Yeah, this isn't looking good. Yeah, way to tell him off. Huh? Come on, Red Guardian, you can do this. Wow, if he's weak in that Taskmaster fight, then he wouldn't last 2 seconds against Captain America. Just like how she got the God of Mischief. She is tough. Huh? Like, and there are really a handful of points throughout this movie where Natasha really is a much stronger Avenger than people would think. I don't think this movie necessarily needed to take place on a giant flying fortress, or have like some giant CGI stunts at the end. But oh well. Oh, that's just great. And they're gone. Yeah, Red Guardian wouldn't last shit against Captain America. Ooh. Okay, let's do this. Ooh. It's just each widow's taking their chance at at like getting one hit in at Natasha. The whole idea of the daughter being Taskmaster should have hit home a lot more personally. It should have. I think people just got blindsided. This is one like big villain twist that I could see people definitely having issues with them. I mean, maybe it'll go down the route like with the Mandarin in Iron Man 3, where people have grown to accept it now that we know what happens later on. And yeah, we better just haul ass before this thing collapses to the ground. Is her nose broken? It looks like it. Oh, that's right, it is. That's right, I forgot about that part. Ouch. file better hurry up. Yeah, that didn't look all that great. I don't see the girls, but I see the goons. Great job, Alexei. Come here. It's amazing how that thing is still in the air. There's Yelena, as she runs away from an explosion behind her. Yeah, that shot could have looked a little better, but whatever. And there goes Dreykov. Jesus. A bunch of lucky misses from Yelena. Look who's not far behind. Point break. Ugh. Wait a minute. Okay, I just realized I kept bringing up Ronan. There's no possible way she could be emulating Clint Barton as Ronan because he's still Hawkeye at this point, and he's either still in prison or under house arrest. So Hydra's gone, the Red Room's gone. Now the big criminal organization out there is the Ten Rings. Anything else I'm forgetting? Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't trust Ross at all. I feel like at some point in the future they gotta do the. Yeah, anyone out there just doesn't trust Ross. He's probably going to be a big villain at some point in the future. There's the thumbnail I used for the watch party. How's the stream doing on Twitch's end? Still running smoothly. Okay. That's good. Yeah, you better disappear, Natasha. And she did. There's her Infinity War look. No, something actually cool. I have seen a little bit of Batman Begins, but not in a long time. Do 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 do. And there you go. That's Black Widow. Now, two things I want to mention. With Shang-Chi, I think they're still doing the 45 days on in theaters before being released to Disney Plus deal. So Do you guys think it would be easier for me to do Shang-Chi when it's available for everyone on Disney Plus, or do you think it's just better for me to just wait till it's on Blu-ray? Because if Black Widow came out 2 months later on Blu-ray, then I think Shang-Chi will as well. And plus, I kind of don't want to. I don't want to risk like the internet getting slow if I'm streaming a movie through Disney Plus and reacting to it. But then again, I think it worked well for the Godzilla anime trilogy. Second point of order: do you guys want me since the Disney Plus shows are technically part of the bigger MCU? Do you guys want me to start doing those shows? Like the day they come out. Spiders Prime says wait on Blu-ray. That might be easier for Shang-Chi, but for the Disney Plus series, do you guys want me to do public watch parties for those, since they are an important part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? That means I'd have to catch up with WandaVision, Loki, Falcon Winter Soldier, and What If, but that would also mean you know what? I think I will if there's enough interest to it, but I'll start next year because right now I'm just too busy with. I am way too busy with my Disney reviews, and I'm starting my annual series of Halloween reviews, so that's going to leave me busy. And then award season and the holidays in general are just a busy time anyway, so I think I'll just wait until next year. Okay, it seems like there's some interest in me doing the show. So 2022, I'll catch up with the MCU Disney Plus shows that have come out this year, including Hawkeye. And I'll just also do the current ones that air at the same time. Because next year, I really don't have anything planned in terms of retro reviews, so I can make the time to do those watch parties. This year has just been a little too busy, but next year I think will be... Next year, with the exception of Halloween, my schedule for... I don't really have much planned for retro reviews, so my schedule is going to be a lot more open in terms of YouTube stuff. But anyway, here's, as I was saying earlier, I think the criticism of this should have been released in Phase 3, it's kind of valid, but now that the movie's on Blu-ray and 4K, I think it's kind of irrelevant, because you could just do a chronological recap and just watch Natasha's story from Iron Man 2, The Avengers, Winter Soldier, Age of Ultron, Civil War, Black Widow, Infinity War, and Endgame. Sad bit, like both times I'm watching this movie, I kind of wanted to hop right into Infinity War and Endgame right afterwards, because this movie gives a lot more gravitas to why Natasha made the decision to sacrifice her life for the Soul Stone. And then I don't know if this would be controversial, but I feel like the stinger to this movie... Well, first of all, the stinger was apparently reshot during the pandemic because a certain character pops up, Valentina. She was supposed to appear in this movie first before popping up in Falcon and Winter Soldier, but, you know, the pandemic happened, so she popped up in Falcon and Winter Soldier first, so I think they had to reshoot the stinger, or her scene, just so when she pops up, the audience would have a, oh yeah, her, instead of a, why is this scene shot in a way where we're introducing this character for the first time? But, yeah, I feel like since Endgame didn't actually have a stinger, the stinger for this movie could work better when, after you finish Avengers Endgame. because it also fixes the criticism of how it fixes the complaint people had of nobody really gave Natasha a funeral. So with this, she kind of gets one. If you were to watch this as the stinger for Endgame. But yeah, I hope this lawsuit that Scarlett Johansson filed against Disney, I hope it works out for her in the long run, because the fact that Disney wasn't willing to modify her contract is kind of scummy. So I hope she makes it out. I hope I hope she ends up winning the lawsuit. A little more to go. So, really briefly, before we get to the stinger, thank you guys for joining me for this live watch party of Black Widow. When Shang-Chi comes out on Blu-ray, I will be doing that. If you follow me on Twitch, but you do not subscribe me to either YouTube channel, either The Real Mr. Robinson or The Real Mr. Robinson Outdoor Adventures, please do so. If you subscribe to me on either of those channels, one of them or both of them, but you don't follow me on Twitch, that's twitch.tv/RealMrRobinson. Oh, here we got the stinger. It is that realization. Like, when this scene popped up, there were a few people in the audience that were just like, "Aw," because it is that realization that, yeah, now this scene takes place back in the present day, where she's clearly dead. It's a sweet moment. And then she pops up. Hi, Valentina. Sure you are. Yeah, and then everyone in the theater gasped at that. So yeah, Hawkeye comes out in November, and we'll be able to see that standoff sooner than later. That's going to be interesting. So yeah, that about does it. I'm going to stop the counter. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. If you like what I'm doing on either YouTube, Twitch, or YouTube again, and you want to help support financially, that's patreon.com/RealMrRobinson. The Real Mr. Robinson. I'm sorry. You can support me for as little as $1 a month. If you can't do that, that's fine. Follow me on Twitch or subscribing to me on YouTube at The Real Mr. Robinson or The Real Mr. Robinson's Outdoor Adventures is good enough. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Tomorrow, keep your eyes open for my review of *Malignant*. Okay. I want to thank. This is a Russian name I can't pronounce. And Jonathan Dickerson for subscribing to me on YouTube. Thank you so much. And once again, guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Tune in next time. Tune into the next live watch party for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which will be Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And then throughout the rest of the week, I'm going to plan how to do these Disney Plus shows next year. And I will keep you guys updated on how that's going to play about. So thank you guys. Until next time, this is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there's